For the person who
Right.
maybe already watches you and loves you every day, which, by the way, half of the people I know do, or maybe someone's brand new listening to you and me
Right.
and discovering who you are for the first time, give us a little insight on how this all happened and how you now are joined by tens of millions of friends every time you put out your words.
Yeah. It started never with the idea that this is where it would be. It's just continually been one step after one step, a door after another door. I was at a big defense firm, a big law firm, and then as a partner, I left because I want to start my own. And when I did that, I thought, well, I ought to do some social media. And that was about 3 years ago. And I started making videos talking about my law firm. I was a personal injury attorney. This is what I did. And I just felt sour about it, going, yeah, I'm just selling myself. And that didn't feel that great. And I just kind of had this moment of, well, what do I want my kids to see? If I'm not here anymore, is that really what I want to post? And so often people post things without thinking of the legacy that they're leaving. And that really hit me hard of like, who do I want my kids to see that I am and that I stood for? And I thought, well, what's one thing that I feel that I know that's my gift that I can share? And it was, I can teach people how to communicate, how to handle argument, how to turn conflict into connection. And so I thought, well, no, I can't do that. I need the right camera. I need the right lighting. I need to look like a lawyer. And eventually I just got over the excuses and I thought, well, I don't have an office because I just started my firm. I said, but I have my truck and I have my phone. Let's go. So I made my first few videos and then they just started to take off from there. And I just built a wonderful, wonderful community of people that really care about communication. And I just believe that a better world begins with a better conversation. I really do.
You know, tell me if I read this right. Didn't your first videos you posted, maybe these were about the law firm or legal advice, but didn't the first few videos you posted on Instagram get like 0 views?
They got that. Oh, nothing. They got 0. I Googled, why do my videos have 0 views? And there was one where I hired a good friend to record a video for me, TikTok style, because that was the big thing at the time, like very fast, quick transitions.
Yeah.
And I paid him to do it and I posted it. And you know how many people saw it, Jamie?
How many?
0. Nobody. There were more people that watched me making a video with my kids, which I don't post my kids anymore, and my family, than they did for the video that I paid for. And I thought, something's not right. It's just I'm not being myself. I'm not being authentic. And that was just that was a path that was open for me to say, no, you need to start sharing what's on your heart.
Yeah. Does it feel different in your body when you were posting stuff about legal advice? Obviously, you're a 5th generation award-winning attorney with a busy practice, all the things. But did it feel different in your body when you were posting legal advice versus when you started talking about sort of adding value to other people's lives at home on how to communicate in ways that make their life better?
Absolutely. It was it was really rewarding. I still get the same feeling. It is, I can't tell you, Jamie, how eye-opening it is for me, the fact that I make these videos in my car. Nobody else is around. It's in a parking lot. It's on the side of wherever. I make them in a gas station.
No budget.
No budget. And I think about them almost immediately before I make them. And then right after I make them, I post them. So probably not wise, but I don't batch anything. So what they're seeing is really my thoughts in real time of what happened in my day, what's going on. But the ability to help somebody in first when I started to get some followers, that was very new to me. I originally only had like 800 followers, which by the way, were all friends from school, in law school. They didn't, that was more intimidating to post to real friends and people that you knew. You care about their opinion a whole lot more than if it's a whole bunch of strangers. And so slowly I just got really, really sweet comments of people saying, this is great. I'd love to hear about this. And what are your thoughts on that? And it just, when you operate in a spirit of giving, a lot of good things happen.
Do you feel like when you hold that phone up and you're saying you think about it right before, and yet the content you're putting out is resonating with tens of millions of people? And like you said, there's a whole lot of people hiring big teams, producing content, all the things. It doesn't resonate with people. You're putting this phone up, video after video after video. People binge watch your videos, by the way. But do you feel like you have an anointing? Do you feel like your faith or your calling is part of this just clear, it's a whole other level. When people can, I don't want to call it channeling, but when people can connect at this level, it almost looks like they have a talent that's just part of their calling or what they're supposed to do on this earth. Do you feel that when you film a video, like where that comes from and how it comes out of you in a way that impacts so many people?
Yeah. Jamie, my parents, every night, my dad would sit on the edge of my bed, lean over and pray and say, "Dear God, give Jefferson wisdom and always be his friend." And that was the prayer for all of my life. And I, in my heart, never will doubt the fact that what I have in communication is a gift. And it is my honor and my blessing to share that gift. And so when I share it, I don't think of millions of followers. I think of one person. And in many ways, that is my ability to be the light in their life that they needed, to just hear how to inject some grace and kindness into their world. And that is my gift to share. That's why it's my joy, because it's truly the gift. It's not something that, people say, "Oh, you learned it in law school, or it's because you're an attorney." No. Law school teaches you how to read the law. It doesn't teach you how to read people. And so many things that have happened to me are from a spirit of discernment that you only know when you feel it, and that's the wisdom that is given.
So you talk about your dad, and that's beautiful, by the way. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
What I love right now is because I'm thinking about everyone at home who maybe, has done a particular career or they're doing it, but they're feeling like, okay, I'm really good at this, or I can do this, or I'm earning money for my family by doing this.
Right.
And also, I feel like I have something inside of me that still needs to be an offering to the world, whether it's a book or putting your art out in the world or hopping on social media in your car and talking to an iPhone and sharing your gift of teaching other people how to communicate. But getting to where you're at now, I want to share part of your story and your new book, which is phenomenal, which I've read cover to cover.
Thank you.
The Next Conversation, Argue Less, Talk More. You talk about, you're a fifth generation attorney. And at one point, I think it was after law school, you're working in a law firm that your father is working in.
Yeah.
All of us, at some, piece or part of us, most of us want our parents to be happy, or we want our parents to be proud of us. And, right. You decided that you weren't fulfilled in this law firm, and you decided to leave, and you had to tell your dad.
Yes.
You had to tell your dad. And that's hard. And I think it was hard for him. Can you share a little bit about that story?
Yes.
And then also, and I want to jump out of my chair about this part, I love then where it ended up today with you and him.
Yeah.
But this is for everybody at home right now who's just like, they just want to make everyone around them happy, but at the expense of them maybe not being and doing and fulfilling who they feel they're called to be.
Yeah, that's a good question. It was painful at the beginning. Those are some of the most emotional, difficult conversations. He's been at that firm for over 35 years. I was been there for maybe 6. And I just knew in my heart of hearts, I wasn't fulfilled. Like I said, I felt like I was running with a parachute. Like something was always holding me back. I wouldn't be able to express how I wanted to express. I couldn't really be creative. And having the conversation with him of leaving the firm, it may not sound like a big deal to some people. It was a really big deal. And he, almost begged me to stay. Because in some sense, it was me leaving him. And so it wasn't leaving the firm. It was me leaving him. The ability to talk about cases every day. I'm walking away from that. The things that were heart-wrenching and just felt like a kick in the gut, that it wasn't I was leaving the firm, I was leaving him. And that was really hard to express. And he just would ask, to help me save it let's do something different, get more involved. And I just would be, I've done that. I've tried. This is my path. And that was really, really difficult. But where the way things turn out.
How do you react when you're now you're doing videos on your cell phone in a truck?
Yes.
At first, was he like, or a car, was he first like, huh?
No.
Like, how did he react to that?
I mean, both my parents did not really do social media at all at the time, and I didn't really do it either.
Yeah.
Because at the time, Instagram was just take a picture of your latte and swipe, put an X Pro filter on it, call it a day.
Yeah.
And when they first saw it, they didn't really understand it. Because at first I was just doing it for the law firm. He's like, oh, okay, well, you do that. But for a while, it's not that he didn't want to talk with me. We have a very close relationship. Same with my mom. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. It was just a sore topic for a while. And when the law firm started doing well and things were starting to roll, and I'll just never forget.
Because you started your own.
I started my own
law firm, yeah.
And I went from having a corner office, 2 paralegals, an assistant, a whole team, to just by myself at a coffee shop with my laptop next to somebody else who was in college, and I just served coffee shops or borrowed friends' back offices. And when I got my own office and I was starting to do well, and he called me and he said, well, I got a question for you. I said, what's that, Dad? He said, you still got room for the old man? And I said, what? He said, yeah, if you want, I mean, you can say no if you want, but I'd love to practice. Son, I don't know how long I'm going to practice, but for however long I got, I want to do it with you. And I mean, I just boo-hooed, of course. And,
it makes me want to cry.
Yeah.
And I haven't met him yet.
Yeah. You'd love him. And I just, I couldn't have been any better. It meant the world to me. And we get to talk every day, and we get to talk about cases, and it's great. It's wonderful. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
I love a great life-changing episode. I am so excited for this one today. Did you know that how you communicate, how you argue, and how you handle the way others communicate and treat you can change every single part of your life? And today we have one of the top communication experts in the world who's sharing the secrets and simple tools you can apply to your life right now, today, to help you improve your life at work, at home, and in your most important relationships.